How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. We just got word that Ripple is making what looks like the biggest donation of all the major companies in the world to Donald Trump. They're donating millions and millions of dollars. We're going to talk about that. Massive Exchange just said XRP is going to make history next year. We also have Sui and Solana and a lot of altcoins jumping up today, while Bitcoin dominance just got rejected. We'll talk about all this. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this one. Also, there's a link underneath the video to CoinW. There you can trade cryptos using leverage, or you can just trade spot. But when you sign up and deposit, they actually have a pretty sweet sign-up deal for you. You can get up to 55 Solana. Depending on how much you trade, you get more and more Solana. And when you sign up with my link, you can also use the other code down there that actually gets you into a private trading group. So I never reach out in the comments, but as you can see here, they have professional traders. Take a look at this one. So long, entry at 180, stop loss at 155, leverage 3 to 4x, which now, because of Solana jumping up to 189, it's up like 10%. So yeah, pretty good trade there. If you want to get in on that, I can't sit down at the computer and just tell you what I'm trading all day. So if you want to get professional traders that tell you what they're looking at, you can join that link underneath the video. Now, let's look at the market. We have Bitcoin around 96, 97. It's a little bit, I don't want to say it's volatile right now, but it's floating up and down like $1,000 to $2,000. We have a pretty big jump from where we were this morning. 92,000 was where we kind of bottomed out on Bitcoin, and a lot of altcoins are jumping pretty heavily. Actually, let's look at XRP. It went down to $1.98. Now, this is actually pretty bullish. Let me pull up the XRP USD chart on TradingView. We had a previous resistance right around this level. You can see back in the last bull run, we went down to $1, or we went up to $1.96. Now, we pretty much flipped this into support. Last time we took a dip around December 10, but this is almost perfect, hitting $1.95 and then moving back up here today. Extremely bullish from that perspective. We do have some news too. Ripple reportedly is going to donate $5 million in XRP to President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration, per Fox. And they're not the only ones. There are a lot of companies donating. Like, take a look at this. Companies ranging from finance majors to Silicon Valley behemoths are pledging donations to Donald Trump's inauguration fund as business leaders rush to ensure a favorable relationship with the president-elect after his win. Now, I'll be honest, I don't even know, like, what is this fund for? Is this for campaigning at some point, or like he's already won the second presidency? So where does this money go? I wonder. I don't know. But you can see Robinhood donated $2 million, Uber donated $1 million, Amazon another $1 million, Meta donated $1 million, OpenAI $1 million, Bank of America and Goldman Sachs also contributed, but they did not yet decide on the amount. And then word came out, Ripple is donating $5 million in XRP. So pretty cool. I know that Trump already is invested into a handful of different cryptos through his DeFi project. So it looks like now he is going to hold some XRP. Pretty cool. Bitstamp says XRP is going to make history next year. Okay. They don't really say, or they don't really give any context to this, but obviously this sounds pretty bullish. Bitstamp being a pretty long-running crypto exchange. They say it's the longest-running crypto exchange since 2011. A lot of followers, a lot of people pay attention to them. I believe they are one of the companies that rolled out RLUSD as well. I could be wrong on that, but it is interesting to see all this going on. I mean, it sounds like Trump already likes a lot of these like long-standing cryptocurrency projects. I think we've heard that Brad Garlinghouse and Charles Hoskinson and like some of the industry leaders, some of the exchange leaders are already talking to Trump. That's why some of these older coins started to pump up around him being elected is because there was more thinking that they were going to tap into Brad Garlinghouse, Charles Hoskinson, and some of these longer standing founders, and also that they might use these kinds of technologies for something. At this point, everything's kind of up in the air. It does look like the market is bouncing pretty well today. Like I said, Solana went from 175 all the way up to about 200, got rejected at 200. Now it's sitting at 190, but we bounced right at the 200-day EMA. SUI bounced really well today too. I mean, it's up 30% from the bottom, and it went from $3.50 all the way up to $4.52 right now. So that's looking extremely bullish. Bitcoin double bottomed right at 92,000. And we have Bitcoin dominance actually getting rejected. So this line we bounced off of as support since July, continuing to move Bitcoin dominance up, but then got rejected by it just today. And Bitcoin dominance went from almost exactly 60% to 58.5% with these altcoins rallying so hard. Now, I do think it's important to look at this. Oh, and before we get into that, let me know what you're drinking down below in the comment section. Right here, I have a Samuel Adams Winter Lager. I'll take a sip for a second, but let me know, comment down below what you're drinking. That's a good bot check to make sure that we have some real people in here. It's not just bots. Okay. The cryptocurrency market cap and trend line. I brought this up in a good number of videos recently, but we have periods of undervaluation and overvaluation, but generally, well, always, the cryptocurrency fair value market cap goes up. So we started last cycle, let's say 2020, around a fair value of $251 billion. The upper band was up near $3 billion. Now, at the end of 2024, their fair value is sitting at $3.2 trillion. So we've gone up, 12x? In terms of fair value from the beginning of last cycle to where we are now. This is obviously really bullish, but this is not the end of things either. Actually, in case you didn't know, we're 16% of the way to the next halving, which is kind of crazy, but we're a sixth of the way to the next halving. When we look at the beginning of the next cycle, right? Instead of the beginning of 2024, let's look at 2028. We have a fair value of $10 trillion. I know that's still a far way in the distance, but the fair value is 3x what we're at today. So in theory, when we cross that fair value mark, Bitcoin could be sitting around $250,000, $300,000. XRP could be $6 or something like that. Obviously, it depends on whether these cryptos can stay at their current market share. It also matters, if we actually get to that $10 trillion mark. I think we'll have a period where we actually could cross $10 trillion this cycle because we do move over this fair value line. Like last cycle, during the bull market, we went up to a total market cap of $2.8 trillion. So we were about 4x the fair value. If we move out to next year, towards the end of the year next year, we're looking at a fair value around 4.5 trillion, which means even at just 2.2x the fair value, we'd be sitting around $10 trillion. Now, with this cool down in the market, you can actually see the fiat risk level and the BTC risk level of all these different cryptos. By the way, there's a 10% off code to this underneath the video. I've seen some people sign up for it recently. I think it's super useful. They have so many different charts that I don't even get into here, and indicators and heat maps. But you can see here, XRP sitting around a fiat risk of 0.74, a Bitcoin risk of 0.332. So this obviously is one of the best performers over the last month and a half, going up 300-400%. Like literally, there are probably only 3 or 4 top 100 coins that have done better than this, if that. But you can see recently it has moved up quite aggressively, which means that the risk level is higher from a price perspective. There are more people in the profit in a short period of time. They take profits. There's more leverage, that kind of stuff. So the risk level is about 0.737, which usually we only are in this risk level for about 2.74% of the time. If you include the 2 higher risk levels above it, we're sitting in this risk level about 4.5 to 5% of the time. So rarely do we move up faster than we have recently, but it is cooling down. We were at risk of 0.85. Now we're at risk of 0.737. Part of this is due to time. Part of it's due to the price falling down. Part of it's due to like the chop back and forth. So as the risk level gets further down, it might be a better and better time to dollar cost average if you think this bull market's going to continue for a long time. Now, I do think the bull market is going to continue. I do think there's manipulation at play right now. I do think that people are overestimating or reacting to what Jerome Powell said this week. And yeah, I think we're going to be very bullish over the next year. So let me know your thoughts on that underneath the video. Again, check out CoinW underneath the video. This is one of the best exchanges that you can start trading on today, and they have some great sign-up bonuses. Of course, make sure you understand the risks of trading. I only use a couple % of my portfolio to trade, but I think it really helps me time my entries and my exits. And it's a little bit more interesting. It gives you something to pay attention to in the short term, and also can give you outsized returns. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.